Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the absolute most MGP possible from the Fashion Report minigame located in the Gold Saucer when judging begins every Friday. This is week 164 and this time the theme is none other than Rebellious Spirit. The clues in particular is Helm, a bone to pick, the Outlaw for your chest, Small Folk for your legs, and Armored Core for your feet. In this video I've got a 100 score with a couple of alternatives that might work, an 80 with dies, and then the easiest possible 80 that I could figure out for the week. So without further ado, let's hop on to that 100. Alrighty then, here is the 100 score looking mighty special. I actually quite like this look, personally. I think it doesn't look too bad in the grand scheme of things. I've seen a lot worse from Fashion Report. So for the 100 then, the most immediate thing that you will notice is the mask itself. This is actually the Ghost Bark Mask of Maiming. You can get this particular helm from the Siren Song C dungeon back in Stormblood. Very easily accessible and unsinkable these days at level 80. Shouldn't pose too many problems. If you do have any issues, just take a friend with you and it should be absolutely fine. Obviously, this does mean that some other Ghost Bark masks will likely work, but this is the only one I've tested. Apparently, there's a good likelihood, again not tested, that the Prophet's Mask, the Panegyris Mask, and the Beach Mask of Casting and Healing will work. However, the reason that we're going for a Disciple of War specific helm is because of the boots later on have to be a Disciple of War type of boots. There's no way around that, so that's why we went for the Mask of Maiming, and that's why I would advise this for you for this slot. For the chest then, I went with the Gazelle Skin Corselet of Maiming. This is something that you can actually get from Muto in Kagane, a vendor there, or of course you can craft this. Obviously it's from the Disciple of War level 68 tab, and this will cost you 36,267 gil. So it's actually not that bad. You know, it's a vendor purchased item, easily accessible, but of course you will need to be level 68 to actually equip this. Alternatives to this slot do seem to be that the Gazelle Skin Corselet of Striking and Scouting will also work. I hear that the Twin Silk Robe of Aiming will work, and the Twin Silk Coat of Casting. But once again, we're locking ourselves to Disciple of War because of those boots this week, and I haven't tested the others. I've just seen what other people have suggested, so it's really up in the air at this point. So that's the one I would recommend to you. Vendor purchased is probably the easiest bit to get of the gear. So for the legs then, I went with the Oasis Sarawel. This is probably another easy one for everybody to get, accessible by all classes level 1 and above. And basically there is a male and a female variant of this, obviously. We've got the Oasis Half-Trues as well for the male characters. These Sarawel then will cost you 1,000 MGP from the prize claim Gold Saucer Attendant at the main plaza. If you go up there, you'll be able to buy those for 1,000 from prize claim 1. Very easy to get. There's not really too much reason to have alternatives, but I believe the Riviera slops and Glade slops will also work. And again, those Oasis Half-Trues for your male characters, as opposed to the Sarawel on the Oasis side, will work as well for gold this week. And finally then, the boots, which it all revolves around, is the Mithril Plated Caligay. This is something you craft with Armorer, or of course you can get this off the market board. It's market tradable. This is level 42 and above Disciple of War. There are other alternatives to this, I believe, including the Steel Plated Caligay and the Cobalt Plated Caligay. Unfortunately, those are the only other options that I know of for this, and they're all Disciple of War locked, so that's why we went for that specific helm and a couple of the other pieces of gear. Hopefully that won't set you back too much, but of course always check the prices on crafting before you just go and buy from your server, and also use your server hop feature to go between the servers on your data center for the best deal. But there you go, that's the 100. Personally, I think this looks pretty cool. I actually like this set, but there we go. Anyway, let's move on to an 80 with dies. Okay. if you were looking for an easy route through your dies, then I'm sorry to say that it's another one of those weeks that's either going to cost you a lot of in real life money on the cash shop, or you're going to have to just, already have stuff dyed for this. But as you can see, the weapon there is jet black dye. The helm is dark brown dye. The chest is jet black dye. The gloves are jet black dye. The legs are dark blue. And your feet, the best in slot dye, is, you guessed it, jet black. So that's 4 jet black dyes this week, once again. So they like to put jet black in, don't they, as the best in slot dyes. They really do, for some strange, odd reason. But there we go, another week that's going to be a little bit awkward for some people. But the dark brown there on the helm and the dark blue should be fairly easily accessible in terms of price on the market board. But the jet black, obviously, if you were to buy it in the game, will set you back quite a bit. Fortunately, I had enough stuff already dyed jet black on one of my glamour plates to make this quite easy for me. But there we go. It's all going to depend if you have dyes, isn't it, really? Or dyed pieces of gear. Right then, let's move on to the easiest 80 that I could come up with then. And it's better than this, let's put it that way. Okay, so for an easy 80, as you can see, we're basically using the Oasis Sarawell. That's the most important part of this. Or, of course, if you're a male character, get the Oasis Half-Trues. I thought this would be probably the easiest option, since it's equipable by all classes in the game, level 1 and above. And depending on your gender, you get the Half-Trues or the Sarawell. It will cost you 1,000 MGP, which really isn't anything for the grand scheme of things of what you're getting back. And so that's what I've equipped, and that's the only gold item. The other things you get points for is just having some boots and having a helm equipped. But I've got points for basically dyeing any weapon in the game soot black, because of course jet black is the best in slot, so we go for soot black just for some points. Any chest in the game, soot black. Any gloves in the game, soot black. So soot black is obviously a lot cheaper if you equip soot black on a weapon, a chest, and some gloves, and equip those Oasis Sarawell and have something in every slot. You will get an 80 score guaranteed. That's how I got my 80 this week, and hopefully that was helpful to you. Just to check that this works, I will go onto my alt and we'll confirm that now. And there we go then, on the alt. We have a weapon dyed soot black, a chest soot black, and hands soot black, with something in each of those slots. You just naturally get some points for having boots and a helm equipped, and then those Oasis Sarawell in the leg slot. So there we go. Guaranteed 80 if you follow what I'm doing on screen, and I've tried that twice now and proved to you that this works. So there we go. Hopefully that was helpful this week to get yourself 80 points or 100 points, or the die options, whichever you decided to do, or if you decided to combine stuff together. For all of this information, you can check out the description of this video for a link to the Reddit thread where this is theorized every week. This is a compilation of basically a lot of theories from a lot of people. It's a worldwide effort from many different regions, including Kayako Star, who places a lovely, handy-to-use picture on social media, as well as coordinates a lot of the effort as well. But we also have tons of people on the Japanese Twitter and worldwide who do their best to come up with things as fast as possible. So much love to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.